Stop hair loss fast. This one vegetable has more protein than eggs. Hello, I am Dr. David. Before we begin this hair revitalization journey, I want you to pause for a moment. Look at yourself in the mirror. Is checking your pillow the first thing you do every morning when you wake up? When you wash your hair, is your greatest fear not the cold, but seeing clumps of hair falling into the drain? I understand that pain. As a geriatrician with 30 years of experience, I do not just see lab results. I see women losing their confidence along with every strand of hair leaving their scalp. But today, I am here to tell you a truth that few people mention. Your hair is not aging hopelessly. Your hair has not expired. It is simply hungry. It is starving for the exact nutrients it needs to sustain life. And worse, you might be accidentally poisoning it with the very foods you believe are helping you live green. Before we dive into the nutritional map to revitalize your hair, I want to invite you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications right now. Why? Because this is not a quick fix solution. This is a long-term roadmap, a nutritional revolution from the cellular level. I do not want you to miss any step in the journey of regenerating your hair from the root. And leave a comment below. I commit to reviving my hair. Writing down this commitment is the first step toward change. You are not alone. Thousands of women are on this journey with you. We often hear people blame genetics, stress, or the fact that you've reached a certain age. But throughout my 30 years of medical practice, I have witnessed countless patients who have diets that look very healthy on paper. Lots of salads, lots of smoothies, plenty of plant-based foods. Yet their hair continues to thin day by day. Why? The answer lies in the difference between eating food and nourishing cells. You can consume a lot of things, but whether your body actually absorbs them and sends them to the hair follicles is the key issue. Let's examine your refrigerator together. There are 4 saboteurs that you might be consuming daily. We were taught from a young age that spinach is the king of iron, the #1 superfood. So you load up on green smoothies full of raw spinach every morning. Spinach contains a large amount of oxalate. These are natural compounds, but when you eat them raw in large quantities, they become chemical handcuffs. Oxalates bind tightly to iron and calcium in the digestive tract, forming insoluble crystals. Instead of being absorbed into the bloodstream to nourish hair follicles, these minerals are imprisoned and excreted. Do not give up on spinach, but change your approach. Cook it. Steaming or sautéing spinach for 2 to 3 minutes is enough to break down the oxalate structure, helping your body actually absorb the iron. Let your hair eat food that has been unlocked nutritionally. You have seen thousands of people start their day with 16 ounces of celery juice on Instagram. It looks pure. It looks detoxifying. Hair is composed of keratin, a complex protein. When you start your day with a drink that has almost no calories and no protein, you are putting your body into starvation mode. In the morning, when your metabolism has just woken up and needs energy to function, your body executes a strict resource allocation strategy. Prioritizes the heart, brain, and lungs. And the hair? Hair is considered a non-essential part. It gets its nutrient supply cut off immediately. Doing this every day is a systematic act of starving your hair follicles. Walk into any restaurant, and you will see iceberg lettuce. It is crunchy, it is refreshing, and it creates a feeling of fullness. It is just water and empty plant fiber. If you eat a large bowl of iceberg lettuce, you feel full, but it is a deceptive feeling. Your hair follicle cells are screaming from a lack of micronutrients. You are replacing nutrient-rich foods with caloric voids. Every time you choose iceberg instead of dark-colored greens, you are wasting an opportunity to nourish your hair. Switch to dark-colored greens. Look for romaine lettuce, purple cabbage, or sprouts. Leaves that carry the genetic code of vitality with full, real vitamins and minerals. We love potatoes because they are delicious, cheap, and convenient. But for someone experiencing hair problems, they can be a major hurdle. White potatoes have a very high glycemic index, GI. When you eat them, your blood sugar spikes, followed by an insulin spike. Insulin is a necessary hormone, but when it fluctuates constantly in the blood, it causes chronic inflammation silently around the hair follicles. Inflammation is the firewall that prevents hair from growing back. When your scalp is inflamed, the follicles shrink and gradually stop functioning. Do not be too strict, but prioritize sweet potatoes or white potatoes that have been boiled or baked and then cooled. The cooling process helps form resistant starch, which helps stabilize blood sugar significantly. You now understand why you were doing the right thing, eating vegetables, but getting the wrong results. Now, we will begin the journey of change. Why do I want you to subscribe to the channel? Because in the next videos, I will walk you through it week by week. We will not change the world in one day, but we will change every meal. I will guide you on how to combine foods to maximize the absorption of iron, zinc, and protein for your hair. Making this commitment is not a promise to me, but a promise to your own hair. You deserve to have confidence when looking in the mirror. You deserve to feel the thickness of your hair under your fingertips. Before we move on to the hair regeneration roadmap, I want you to remember this. Change does not come from miracles. It comes from consistency in every meal. For follicles to function again, they need high-quality, raw materials. Here are the superfoods that I, as a geriatrician, always advise my patients to include in their daily menu. 1. Brussels sprouts. Do not let the small size of these cabbages fool you. Brussels sprouts are a natural vitamin C factory. Why is vitamin C important? Because it is a catalyst for collagen synthesis, the glue that holds the hair root firmly to the scalp. When you lack vitamin C, hair not only falls out but also becomes brittle and prone to breakage. How to apply? Roast them with a little olive oil and garlic at 200 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. Their crunch and mild sweetness will surprise you. Eat them at least 3 times a week. 2. Broccoli. For women over 40, the biggest obsession is part-line thinning. The main cause? Estrogen dominance. Broccoli contains a miracle compound called DIM, diindolylmethane. It acts as a gatekeeper, helping the body metabolize and effectively eliminate excess estrogen. When hormones are balanced, hair follicles are no longer attacked by hormones, and hair loss stops. Advice: do not overcook. Steam broccoli for 3 to 5 minutes to retain the full DIM and other precious nutrients. 3. Red bell peppers. If you want hair with natural shine, red bell peppers are your best friend. Ounce for ounce, they contain more vitamin C than oranges, plus an abundant source of beta-carotene. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, an essential component that helps the scalp produce just enough natural oil. Your hair will no longer be dry and straw-like, but will become soft and smooth from root to tip. 4. Edamame. Imagine you are building a wall without bricks. That is what you are doing if you want hair to grow back without consuming enough protein. Edamame provides up to 18 g of complete protein per cup. It contains all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot synthesize on its own. This is the building block directly for keratin, the component that makes up hair strands. If you could choose only one thing to change your hair today, choose spirulina. This is not a passing trend. This is a superorganism that modern medicine has high hopes for. Why does spirulina far surpass all other foods? High protein content. At 60 to 70% pure protein, it is not only more abundant than eggs, but also in the most easily absorbed structural form. Hair follicles do not need to struggle to convert it. They absorb it directly to regenerate hair strands. Phycocyanin, the golden key. This is a precious blue pigment. In clinical studies, phycocyanin has shown extremely powerful anti-inflammatory capabilities around hair follicles. It reverses the miniaturization process, the phenomenon where hair follicles shrink gradually with age. This is the mechanism you need to turn thin, fragile hair into thick, healthy strands. 6-month regeneration roadmap. Month 1 to 2. Awakening phase. You will feel cellular energy recover. Do not be surprised when your skin looks brighter and your hair starts to look less dull. Month 3 to 4. Stopping phase. Hair loss decreases significantly. Observe your comb. The amount of hair shed will be incredibly lower. Month 5 to 6. Revival phase. This is when you see baby hairs growing back along the part line. That is proof that the follicles have been revived from the dead. How to use? Start with 1 teaspoon daily in a smoothie. After 1 week, increase to 1 tablespoon. Simple, effective, and extremely safe. You see, your hair has not betrayed you. It is just waiting for you to give it what it needs. We do not need toxic chemicals, nor do we need expensive drugs with full side effects. We use food, we use knowledge about the body, and most importantly, we use consistency. Leave the phrase, "I commit to reviving my hair" below. This is your pledge of honor to yourself. Send this video to the mothers, sisters, and friends who are struggling with their hair. Become the person who provides the solution. Are you ready to become the healthiest version of yourself? I am here and I believe you can do it. See you in the next video.